After performing hand hygiene and ensuring privacy, introduce yourself to the patient. Then identify the patient using 2 identifiers.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good, thanks.
I'm your nurse, Amy, and I'm going to check your orders.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me who you are?
Yes, Linda Benton,
And your date of birth?
12/6/60.
Good. Okay.
To assist with ambulation using a gait belt, first explain to the patient what you are going to do.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get you up out of the bed.
Lower the bed as much as possible, and then lower the side rail nearest to you. Slowly help the patient into the Fowler's upright position. Stand on her stronger side unless she is using an assistive device, such as a cane, walker, or handrail. Then stand on her weaker side. Help the patient sit on the side of the bed for a moment, dangling her legs and taking a few deep breaths until she gains her balance. Help her into her robe.
Let's get this robe on you.
Ask her to move her legs and feet up and down in a circle. Then help her put on non-skid slippers or shoes.
Good. And how about your left foot?
Okay.
There we go. Okay, Linda, let me go ahead and get the gait belt.
Ask her if she feels dizzy or lightheaded. Then secure the gait belt, making sure the fit is snug.
Feel nice and snug?
Yes.
Good.
Grasping the gait belt near the midpoint of the patient's back, help her to a standing position and observe her balance. Ask her again if she feels dizzy or lightheaded.
And stand up. Good. Let me get you all nice and straightened out. How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
Dizzy or lightheaded?
No.
Good. Okay, go ahead and grab your cane.
If needed, make additional arrangements. For instance, for a patient with a continuous IV infusion, obtain a portable IV pole for ambulation. If the patient has a urinary drainage bag, be sure it is carried below the level of the bladder and that there is no tension on the tubing.
Okay, we're going to take a step.
Have her take a few steps as you stand on her stronger side. Or, if the patient uses an assistive device, stand on her weaker side instead. If the patient becomes weak or dizzy, immediately return her to the bed or guide her to a chair, whichever is closer to her.
And left leg. And your right. Good. How are you feeling?
It's beginning to feel a little lightheaded.
Okay, let's go ahead and get you back into bed. Can you step back with your right leg? Now the cane and your left leg. And your right leg. Good. And the cane and your left. Good. And nice and down. Good. And let's just sit here a minute until the dizziness passes, okay?
Okay.
How are you feeling now?
I feel okay.
Dizziness gone?
I think so.
Okay. Let's try that again, okay?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and push off from the bed.
As the patient steps forward, grasp the gait belt behind her back near the middle. Take a few steps forward with her, assessing her strength and balance.
Now your left leg and the right. Good. Cane. Good. Bring that right one.
If she begins to fall, gently ease her to the floor by holding firmly onto the gait belt. Stand with your feet apart to create a broad base of support. Extend your leg and let the patient slide gently to the floor. Bend your knees to ease her down gradually. If you've determined that you'll need help to ambulate the patient, ask another nurse or NAP to help you. Then explain the procedure to the patient. Apply the gait belt. Stand on one side of him while your assistant stands on the other side.
I want you to bring your leg back, and on the count of 3, we're going to stand. 1, 2, 3. Good. How are you feeling right now?
Okay.
All right.
Help him to a standing position, grasping the gait belt if necessary. Be sure to keep an eye on his balance. Ask him if he feels dizzy or lightheaded. If the patient becomes weak or dizzy, immediately get him back to bed or into the nearest chair. When you're both sure you have a good grip, step forward in unison with the patient, keeping your speed and step size the same as his. Gradually increase the distance you walk. As part of your follow-up after ambulating, observe the patient's tolerance to the activity. Take her vital signs and note any changes in skin color and any signs of fatigue or dyspnea.